to Tracy's Sunday challenge. I'm so excited for this week's challenge. I can see I've got a few on, so welcome everyone. Hi Glenda. As you're popping on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. That's always fun to see who's watching and where you're all from. So each week we have a brand new challenge, and this week is actually a colour combo challenge. Let me show you the colours because they are such bright, happy, fun colours. We've got Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet and Daffodil Delight. These first three are actually our new in colours, and then we have Daffodil Delight, our yellow, that's been around for a little while. Now if you would like to join in this challenge and you don't have the three new in colours, you could use Night of Navy, you could use Granny Apple Green as well as Real Red, or use whatever colours you have, a blue, a green, a red or pink and a yellow. So it's always fun. Use what you have in your stash. If it's not Stampin' Up, that's okay, but it'd be lovely if you could join in. Hi Marion, how are you? Hi Wendy from South Wales. Wow, welcome. So happy that you've joined in live. So let me show you the card that we're going to create today. It is one of the easiest fun folds you'll ever do, and of course I'm using one of my happy bright stamp sets from the mini catalogue as well. So it folds out. It's like a double flap card. That's probably maybe what I'll call it. I didn't call it anything. Hi Sean from Florida, welcome. And Sandra, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad that you're all here. Isn't this cute? It's so bright and happy. I've used a few of the blends, so all the stamping blends, because, which is amazing, Stampin' Up have brought out stamping blends for all of the new in colours, which is awesome. I love it. And can you see the glitter in the clouds? That is using a new product in the annual catalogue as well, so which is awesome. Okay, so let me show you some of the products that we're using. We have the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. This is awesome. This is in the mini catalogue. Photopolymer stamp sets and some great dies. These ones actually make really good shaker cards, and that's where we get our cloud dies from. Like I showed you, we have our colour combo. We're using those beautiful inks. I have my card kit ready to go, and we're using the 2022-2024 in colour glimmer paper. This is really, really pretty. If you haven't seen it yet, it comes in all 5 of the in colours. So Orchid Oasis, and they're ombre. Super glittery as well, but it's one of those new glitters that glimmer papers that Stampin' Up have that nothing comes off it, which is really nice. Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, and Starry Night. So cool. And we're using the Starry Night for our clouds, obviously with the colours. I've also brought in my rectangle stitched framelit dies as well, just to give that beautiful stitched background on our card. And like I said before, I've brought in the 4, and these are in the dark of the combos. We've got Daffodil Delight, Parakeet Party, Starry Sky and Sweet Sorbet of the stamping blends. Alrighty. Okay, so I think that's all I had to go through what we have. I just want to quickly mention as well, through till Monday, anyone who purchases in my online store using this host code, I will be giving the 25% commission that I earn on all orders. I'll be giving it to the Biggest Morning Tea for the Cancer Council. This is a really great charity that does research for cancer. So if you're in need of any Stampin' Up supplies and you live in Australia, you would like to order a few things, please use that hostess code. I'll give my full 25% commission, and we'll give that as a donation to the Biggest Morning Tea Cancer Council. All right, so to start off with, we have a piece of Starry Sky. This is our card base. I'm going to get my paper trimmer, and all the measurements you'll be able to find for this card is over on my blog. So I'm just going to stick that there so you can still see everything. And So go over and check out my blog. It has full colour photos of our projects as well as all the measurements. And even clickable links to all the products that I've used. So if you're in need of any of the products that I've used, there's clickable links to my store. Good morning, Carly, how are you? Okay, so starting off with our Starry Sky card base, it's 8 7/8 by 4 inches, and we're going to score at 3 inches. This will give us our first flap. So we have that piece. Let's bring the parakeet party in. This piece measures 8 3/4 by 3 inches. We're going to score that one at 4 3/8. So 4 3/8. And this actually scores it in half. So that's pretty easy. So there are 2 card bases. I have a large piece of basic white, and this is just a regular basic white that we're going to do some die cutting from. I'm going to bring in my rectangle stitched framelit dies. And I need the 4th and 5th smallest. So that one and this one here. Now with the larger one, we need to die cut 2 from that sheet of basic white, and also the 4th smallest one of those. So I'm just going to run that through the big shot. Let's bring the big shot in. Good morning, Judith. You still struggle with inches. Isn't that funny? Because as long as I've been card making, I've always done inches. And I know I grew up with centimetres here in Australia, but I really find inches to make more sense. And I think that's because I followed so many American crafters for so long that, yeah, I don't think I could even do centimetres anymore. Sorry, guys. I know that makes it hard for all my Australian followers. I'm also going to pop this one in, and then we'll just have to pop that larger one in again. Okay. Beautiful day here in Victoria today. Another sunny, bright day. I'm going to get the rest of my washing done today, which I love when we've got some good days like this to get some stuff out on the line rather than the laundry in the lounge room. Okay, so one large one. Oh, that one wasn't right to the edge, so let's just run that one, line it back up again and run it through really quickly. I had it too close to the edge of my plate. That should do it. Glenda says she works in inches too, grew up with them. Okay. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Obviously, we're in a shop, and one of our customers come in the other day, and she was talking about pounds. She was asking about the butter, if that was a pound. And I said, oh, I don't know. And she said, oh, you wouldn't have known. But, yeah, it's funny that inches, I don't know. You can say a measurement in inches and I'll know exactly how big it is, but you say centimetres and I have to really think about it, which is pretty terrible. So we have our 3 die cut pieces, which is perfect. Oh, I've also got a piece of Daffodil Delight, which we're going to run through. One of our dies here has an edge die with little rainbows, and it's super cute, as you can see on the inside. I didn't want to stamp anything and take up too much room, but this just really breaks down that colour and makes it really pretty. So I'm gonna I'll bring my mini machine in and run it through the mini. So because of how big I had my basic white cut down to, it wouldn't have fit through my mini machine. because it's pretty, it's not very wide, so it's all right, we can do it this way. Put that down, and I'm actually putting it down on an angle. And if you pop your dies on an angle, they will actually cut better than going straight in, straight out. Let's get that started. Pop that through. You guys all thinking about what you could create with these colours? What's really great about this die too is it has lots of little off-cut pieces that you could use in a shaker card. So you could definitely keep these for another card and create a shaker card with them, especially if you were die cutting all different colours. That would look so cute. And the little reverse bit you could use as waves. So there you go. This die has a few different purposes. I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, my brain is not working today. Let's bring this back in and we'll just do our clouds really quickly. Can you tell I've not long been up? Oh well. Okay, so I've just got a little strip here. Really liked that this shimmer paper or the glimmer paper is has that light to dark effect. It's really, really pretty. Just looking for my other plate. There we go. And hopefully I will get 4 clouds out of this. I think I will, without too many problems. And I promise this is the last thing that we're going to die cut. Those 2. And there's actually 3 dies for clouds in that bundle. One is a double, which I've just used here. We have this smaller one, and then there's a larger die, larger cloud die. So it makes it really good if you're doing lots of clouds in the sky. Okay. So we have all our pieces die cut. Now we can start all our stamping. Bring my card back in. So we do need the smaller one we're going to use for our centerpiece here. This one here we're going to stamp all our beautiful rainbow on. I've got them already set up on blocks, so let's bring in our inks. So starting off with the Starry Sky, I'm going to use that largest rainbow stamp. Getting it in the middle. The photopolymer likes a little bit of cushion. I have a full pad of the grid paper there, so that is plenty of cushion for the stamp to get that clear, that nice even stamp. Moving on to the Parakeet Party and our second largest stamp. So you could make rainbows in any colours, but how beautiful are these two? I love, these are my 2 favourite colours. The next one is the Sweet Sorbet. And I will say I didn't really like that I stamped off for the first one, and then with the detail I came back in and stamp first generation. I'm actually going to not do that this time. I want the full colour because I thought it just wasn't quite bright enough. And by doing that first colour, hopefully this will still come in nice and bright anyway. Yeah, look, that is so much nicer than the second generation there. And then lastly, the Daffodil Delight. Nice little one. Cute. Now there is a few sentiment stamps in that set, but I've gone with the You Make Me Happy. I think that's a nice sentiment to pop on the bottom of your card. Super cute. And then we have a little piece of basic white. That is for the inside piece of our card. And I'm using the Starry Sky ink for that one. And the other sentiment that I'm using, which I haven't got it out yet, is a little something to brighten your day, which works perfectly in this little square. And this little square you can die cut from this die and then just chop off that top rainbow if you have that set. Or I've got the dimensions over on my blog. So popping this down onto the basic white. Cute. So not a ton of stamping, but enough colour in there. Okay, so we're going to move on to this other piece, and I'm going to grab my stamping blends, and we're just going to create using the brush side of our marker. Just going to add colour down that die cut. I've left a little bit of white because I wanted to have a little bit of white around that piece, and I haven't kept them really even, but you can please yourself how you want to do it. And Parakeet Party. And we're just going to go down that die cut using those colours. You could also use watercolour pencils or your water painters to create the same effect. It would be a little bit lighter, which would be really pretty. But because these are bold, almost like, well, they're primary colours, I wanted something that was going to be really stand out. A little bit of red down the bottom. There we go. And I like that it's not completely uniform all the way along. All right, so we can bring our card base in. I'm going to give it a quick fold on those score lines. I think my paper trimmer needs new blades. Got a little bit of burry edges, so I'm just using my sanding tool to get rid of any of those edges there. Okay. Now to pop this card together, we're going to glue our Parakeet Party inside. What we want to do is we want to make sure that it's centered around our Starry Sky. So it's really Really important that it's centered, otherwise it's going to look a little off. So for that, I'm just going to add some liquid adhesive down. And then I'm just going to move it. That's pretty much good where I had it, so I'm happy with that. Just push it down. Okay. Now that centerpiece that we didn't do anything with, I'm going to bring in that die cut and just glue that straight down onto the bottom. I'm just going to run a bead of glue along the bottom of those rainbows, because this is the inside of our card. And be careful that we don't have too much extra glue. Just lining that up along the bottom. This is a little big, so I can just cut off that excess really quickly. And I've got glue on that, so I've got to be careful where I sit it on my desk. I'll get rid of that before I end up with glue everywhere. And I can glue that straight down into that center of the parakeet party. Perfect. I also want to glue down a little sentiment in the center of a colourful black background. And we're going to pop this one up with some dimensionals. Now, one thing I haven't used on this card is I haven't used any embellishments. So you could just certainly add embellishments on here. You could use the matte in colour dots, because they come in all of our beautiful in colours. You could use rhinestones, so many different things you could use. What's everyone up to today? Are you doing anything exciting? There we go. And then for the front of the card, we're also going to pop this one up. And of course the clouds, we have to pop them up with dimensionals as well. So there's a bit of pop-up for this card. I have used just the regular basic white for this. You could use the thick one if you're a little bit worried that it doesn't have enough support. I think it's fine. There we go. Bring all our clouds in. Now I want to pop up some clouds, but I'm also going to just glue down. I'm going to glue down this one and pop the other three up. Okay. Dimensionals on those two, and I actually might just cut down a dimensional. Marion's making veggie gardens. Gonna need those for sure. Okay. And our last one. That's pretty cute. Put the lid on my glue. Great primary colours. I just think that this card is gorgeous. So easy to create. You're using 2 pieces of cardstock, just folding them and scoring them, putting them together. This actually hides that sentiment, so it's a little bit of a wow factor when you open it. And you've got plenty of room to write your sentiment inside. Hi Deborah, how are you? Thank you, Glenda. Judith's going on a tip run. Fantastic. Good to get rid of some of that stuff that's lying around. So let me know, do you prefer the first generation stamping there or stamping off? I think I'm still with the nice bright. I don't know, it dulled it down a little bit too much for my liking. Alrighty, so thank you so much for joining me today for Tracy's Sunday Challenge. Don't forget, the challenge is a beautiful colour combo. Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet and Daffodil Delight. I would love it if you joined in the challenge. Just create a card using those colours and then head over to my Facebook page. The post will be pinned to the very top, and then pop your photo in the comments. Make sure you come and check out everyone else's wonderful designs as well. It's always fun to see what everyone's creating. All right, I'll thank you everyone. Deborah likes the first generation. Bright colour first. Oh, thank you. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate your time. If you could give me a thumbs up, that would be fantastic. And if you haven't hit subscribe, please do that as well. I really appreciate everyone's time and effort coming and joining me. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all really soon. Okay, bye.